Hello, everyone. So, welcome to this session, interesting session on Bollywood stuff. And I'm at the LCB depot. And what am I doing here? I'm actually working with the Working Wednesdays team, which is a new kind of innovation, sort of network where people who have got different kinds of expertise have come together, talk about it, and also they are networking at the same time. So, without any delay, shall I hand it over to Zamzam now and Harvey, who basically have organized it. So I'm going to take this on to you guys. There we are.
Thank you, Indirani. Thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Zamzam Yusuf.
I'm Harvinder Punian.
Hi. So, basically, as you can see, this is a great space to host a networking event. How did it start? Basically, me and Harvey used to do a Wednesday working Wednesday because we've both gone freelance work. We kind of left our normal jobs and decided that we were going to do freelance work, and we found that it was quite hard to get any support around us, or to have anybody who's like-minded, because it's very lonely field if you're freelancing. So what we decided to do was come together and work every Wednesday. So we used to go to different coffee places and have very expensive lunches afterwards to treat ourselves. But pretty much on Wednesdays, set a goal for the day, and that's how it started. And
I think it gave us that focus of like something to focus on together. We'd be working all on our own at home all week, and just not once a week gave that focus to reevaluate where we were with what we were doing.
Absolutely.
I think we both found it a lot harder than what we initially thought it was going to be. So it kind of gave us that support of each other. And then a lot of people just kept asking, didn't they?
Yeah. So what are you guys doing? Because we kept posting on social media, like, oh, I've been with Harvey working Wednesdays. So Harvey was like, oh my God, why don't we just call it Working Wednesdays? And I was like, oh, that's amazing. And then we're like, okay, why not open it to everybody else? Because what we were hearing from, friends and colleagues, ex-colleagues and people around us that, oh my God, it's such a good thing to be part of. And we were like, okay, let's open it up to other women. They can join.
Yeah, so I think we started off by just inviting like one or two people just to join us when we were working, and we found that they got so much out of it like we did.
Yes.
And we were like, okay, well, we've got a whole Wednesday, let's open a couple of hours up to everyone and see how it works, really.
Yeah, and it's been brilliant, and every week we get to meet different amazing, empowering, inspiring women from different sectors of the community. Ones that own their own businesses, one that have starting up, ones that are work in the charity sectors and that kind of a thing. So that it's been really amazing.
Yeah, it's been a good mix of people. So I think that's what works so well, because there's so much breadth of knowledge and experience that someone comes with a question, someone in the group's going to know the answer. And I think there's already been some partnership work and some collaborations that people are coming together. And sometimes you just have a simple question, you just never get around to finding the right person to ask, and I think that's what this group has provided some people as well.
And skill sharing as well. Everyone has been skill sharing, and a lot of creative women is in this group as well, and we've been having a lot of fun in creating like flowers out of
icing.
That has been amazing.
We let Mendy designs, didn't we, as well? So it's a big mixture of creativity, and we want to go into skill learning as well. So there's been people that want to learn about Google Sheets, and so it's a good all-rounder. We get to learn about everything. Last week we had the OPPC and the VRN network, so we got a different perspective from a different agency that kind of spoke to us about what they're doing and how we can support and they can support us. So it's been a good mix.
I think it's quite powerful actually when you are sharing the space and you're people with different expertise, they're coming together. And really thank you for starting this space, honestly. So if you don't mind me asking that, what do you do yourself as, like you say that you've given up your job and you're working on your own. So what is it that you're doing on your own?
So at the moment I'm doing life coaching. So I've got multiple hats on. I'm doing life coaching, coaching women from ethnic minority backgrounds. I'm also doing mentoring with young people, as well as doing project management for 2 different charities. So my time is split into that.
And I do marketing. So I do marketing for charities and non-profits, and just supporting them to see how they get the most out of the projects. What I found joining the charity sector was I felt like I was in a whole new world, that all this amazing stuff was happening, and I still learn every week about a new project. And I'm like, how have I not heard about this for the past 30 years? So I've got this passion about sharing that message to the everyday person that isn't part of this amazing community. Would benefit people, especially nowadays, that out of COVID, people need more outlets for their well-being and just financial support, and it's about shouting about that. So it's working with charities to shout about what they're doing.
Fantastic. We also do a little bit around the South Asian Heritage Month.
Yeah, so I've been working with the South Asian Heritage Month this year. I think for me, learning more about the charity sector and the inequalities, it's become more important to me to have my say and to understand my background and how that affects. So I was really privileged to be working with South Asian Heritage Month, and I've learned so much about our history and what people have gone through and how it relates to what's happening today in different countries. And it's been a really privilege to work with the team, and they're reaching so many new places as well, and educating and celebrating South Asian culture.
Fantastic, yeah. And you guys travelled to Loughborough as well, so it's not just happening in LCB, but something happened in Loughborough. Would you like to tell us a little bit about that?
So yeah, I think Harvey had a hand in that, so we were there to support Harvey.
So yeah, I'm Loughborough based, and I wanted to do something for South Asian Heritage Month. It's how I got working with them, to be fair. I was researching ideas to celebrate in Loughborough and then ended up landing a job with them. But just wanted to do something to celebrate the cultures. Loughborough's, although smaller than Leicester, still has massive diversity, and it's about bringing those people together and exploring. We did samosa making classes, a shopping bazaar, which landed on our working Wednesday. So we thought, why not explore and do a road trip? So that was
touring.
Toured Loughborough.
Touring
Loughborough. People visited, they actually enjoyed it quite a lot.
Yeah.
The feedback was quite positive.
It was, yeah. It was amazing, yeah.
It's amazing.
It was brilliant. And we got to buy a few things as well from the market, which is a bonus. You can't go wrong with a couple of dresses, can you?
Yeah. Yeah, no, fantastic. So what we will do now is we are going to go around the table asking about what others are doing and how they're contributing to Leicester, because primarily we're very much interested in capturing Leicester's history and what Leicester is doing and who are the people who are making Leicestershire and Loughborough. Yeah. So can we move to you?
So my name is Kamla Patney, and for anybody else who's heard about, I'm sure a lot of the people around here have heard, Celebrate Our Similarities is a non-profit organization that I founded back in 2010. It was only just been registered last year, and as part of this group, I think we've got so much to bring to the table between us, and I sort of take my hat off to these two. They are proper kind of trailblazers for Leicester, and I think they need to be supported. But you were mentioning about, how can we support and get Leicester on the map. I mean, it's something that's really dear to my heart. And whilst I remember, I'm going to plug in an event that we're going to hold. So we've been celebrating International Day of Peace, which is one of our key priorities. And we're celebrating it this year on the 16th of September. For anybody that's listening to this, please turn up, or actually try and book through Eventbrite a seat. We're going to have various speakers. We've got the Deputy Assistant Mayor willing to join us. The social prescribing regional lead is willing to come online. She can't make it in person. We've got some other people that have been quite heavily involved in various things in Leicester. And then we've got workshops, really powerful, reflective videos, and we're actually going to become official partners with a worldwide TV channel called Peacecast TV. So we're going to partner with them as our key partner this year. So please do get involved. So I'll put that plug in. But yeah, so what Celebrate Our Similarities is bringing is some of the stuff that I'm involved in on a individual basis and promoting it through cause as well. It has resulted in this group hopefully next week going on a boat trip because I'm on the regional advisory board of the Canal and River Trust. And then the other thing that I'd like to bring to this group is the social prescribing regional leads priorities to Leicester because I've just recently become the first community ambassador for that, for Leicester, Leicestershire and Rutland. So my role will be to actually connect the community, the link workers and all of those to the needs. And this is where I think there's a gap that I think the new sort of era of agendas like, you know, leveling up and in terms of the DMU, you know, decolonizing the curriculum, Black Lives Matter, Build Back Better, all of those things has made Leicester probably a very unique place. And I'd like to be able to then look at what the history is of how we've got here. So in my view, and this is just out in a nutshell, I'd just say, in my view, the underrepresented communities in Leicester have generally been not as proactive in securing funding as they could have been. And part of the reason in all of that is that when you try and develop culturally sensitive projects and ideas, they require a lot of passion, a lot of extra work that's not paid, and it starts off with no pay. And you need those kind of individuals who are prepared to put their head above the parapet to do those kind of things. But generally, and I've noticed this quite consistently now in talking to a lot of people, is that when you do that kind of a project and it is really powerfully successful, then the statutory agencies do give funding, but because they don't have a history with that individual, they can't take a big risk. So they give funding on the basis of a pilot project. So the individual goes to great lengths in personal energy, personal, you know, investment and everything. And then after 6 months or 12 months, the individual that did give that funding has moved on, you know, been promoted or whatever, or the organization's priority has changed and we're back to square one. So the community in those decades of this kind of environment have become a little bit disillusioned. And I'd like this group to be able to change that. So that's my contribution, I hope. Thank you.
Talk about trailblazers, wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I think it's really a nice space where actually, you know, people know that they can come to talk to you, get some advice and support, you know.
Yeah.
Would you like to introduce yourself a little?
Hi, my name is Sigalo. My background is working with the youth and their families. I've done that for several years. I was reached out by Zamzam, or I reached out to Zamzam when I saw her post about the networking group. I was also similar situation with them. I was working from home, setting up my own businesses. So that was what I was doing. So I connected with them with the group. Actually, when I was working at home, I was by myself, struggling, you know, day-to-day life of whatever I was doing it. But meeting this group and meeting these new people and meeting these like-minded people give me the energy actually to come out from my little cocoon. And actually, I've got my office space in town right now.
Wow.
Within 3 weeks. It's the energy and the vibe that I got from this lot.
So I'm working on setting up my own business right now, but my background it's youth
So
work,
what kind of business are you in? Like what are you planning to set up?
health and social care.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Why do you think that health and social care
It's
is that kind
very
of work?
much needed. I've worked as a health and social care worker for the past 10 years as well. So that's as a field that I'm familiar with it within the whatever happened, the COVID and everything. I've noticed that it's very much needed. And also what I noticed is I want to give opportunity to people from minority background that I know they've got the skills, but they might have some sort of language barrier, or they don't have the right connection. But if they get the right skills and the right support, they can tap into this industry. And as we know that we see how the health and social care industry is really struggling and need a lot of workers that are coming out from abroad. But we've got people that we can train and give opportunity. If they got the right training and the right opportunity, they can support, and for them they can build their life through this as well. So I thought it's very much needed.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
This is really great, and I
Yeah.
think that post-pandemic, this is a situation that we are in where we
Yeah.
actually need this kind of, sort of support
Yeah,
building
yeah.
around the NHS and
Yeah.
other care homes and stuff as well.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
what is the main challenge that you're facing at the moment? Do you think in that industry, and how would you like to be supported?
Okay. The main challenge is the financial side. As you're aware, there's not a lot of support out there if you want to build your own businesses. Is either you have to take a loan, or loan that contains interest. And from my background, I don't deal with interest. So it's the financial side that is the major hinder for a person to progress in this sort of settings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's an interesting point, and I think
Yeah.
that I know what you were saying. Like
Yeah.
you have to have you can't have an interest-free loan.
Yeah.
At the moment in the university, we are exploring that.
Yeah.
And just about a month back, we had a similar situation.
Yeah.
The person is starting their own business, but it's
Yeah.
more kind of food business.
Yeah.
And we have helped them out, and you don't have to have a loan which requires interest. So it's an interest-free kind of a loan.
Yeah.
That you may go for or may not go for, but there are lots of trainings going on. So
Yeah.
I will drop you a line on that and
Okay.
send you all the details.
Yeah.
And there is also a working space in the university if you want to explore.
Yeah.
And this is a sector where in the university, because we've got this health and life sciences,
Yeah.
where I can also connect you to other people who can work with you as well to support you.
Yeah.
So that's excellent. I think
Yeah.
the area is
That's
really
that's
good.
also another thing. Unless you come out to this sort of meetings and
Yeah.
gatherings, you're not gonna have the right information. So that's
And I think
another
that's the success
another
of
thing. Yeah.
Working Wednesdays.
Yeah. That's
Yes.
another success of Working Wednesday. Thank you
Yes,
for that.
Fantastic. Oh, that's great. Thank you. So now we're going to talk to Naseem about her work, and would you like to introduce yourself a little?
Hi, yes, I'm Naseem. I think I've been attending these meetings fairly regularly, so I think most of the ladies around the table will be kind of familiar with my background. But it's been nice, we met up all quite recently, and I've also attended Kamla's, the training that you did. Yeah, that's right. So, where I met a couple of the ladies here and yourself as well. So it's amazing when I think about it. Just until a few weeks ago, I had not met anybody, around this table. But slowly, I've kind of attended different projects and got to know people because I've recently moved here to the city center as well. So it's been really, really interesting for me. It's been a busy time, but it's good that I managed to get involved and got to know about all these fantastic things and meet the fantastic ladies around here. But with regards to my background has largely been in the housing sector. I work with the local authority as well as housing associations, the community care team, and also Bethany Project, domestic violence projects as well. I did kind of sidestep a little bit into the health and into the health projects with the Fit and Active Bronston project, which that was, that had quite a impact on myself. I think we kind of all generally have general idea about health, but really when you get into it, you find out there's just so much more. And so even though that was a short maternity leave project that I got involved in, but it had much bigger impact on myself. I was doing like a mentoring, encouraging women to take more ownership of their health, and even they get free gym membership. And I did get my own gym membership qualification, but I wasn't as such part of the gym staff. We were just running our own projects, and going to the gym with the ladies and making them more aware of all the different projects and how they could achieve their own goals, or help them, assist them in achieving their own goals. And for myself also, I had the opportunity, to go into like walking groups and leading walking groups, and also into yoga as well, which kind of continued on for myself. And the other things I got in with regards to my own startups, I got involved also in my own startups. I did a little bit of Airbnb business. So again, it's something I got involved with slowly. And that was very, very interesting. It was totally different to what I had been doing. That was my own project. So that was, very, very interesting, a lot to learn about. And I did my own marketing and all the rest of it. And even now I wonder how did I kind of, manage to do all that. But now I'm doing more, going on from the health, that kind of also got involved in products related to health. Those are the Forever aloe vera products, which are all natural products. They would, for example, I think we just had some tea sessions today, and they are kind of without caffeine. But there's a huge product list there, and they've got a couple of new products out. I think health and weight management and mind and meditation, all of that is also included. So that's one of the new product launches as well. So I think for us, I would say for myself, it's more about getting into that area of marketing, because now social media is everything. And now it's not just enough knowing how to go on Facebook. You got to do everything, these little videos, and going on TikTok and YouTube and all the rest of it. So I feel I would just for myself like to learn, to be able to do that. That would be for me interesting, and also development for myself as well.
Fantastic.
So
that's a whole lot of work, isn't it? And
yeah,
must be keeping you
exactly.
quite busy on
Absolutely,
yes.
absolutely. So yeah, so if I was looking at gaps, I would love to get some training. And also the other thing that I find that when you're working on your own, it's different to when you're working for somebody else. You get much more disciplined. But yourself, you've got to really discipline yourself and make sure you do the things, because there's nobody going to tell you have you done this and have you done that. So you got to be much more focused and disciplined, and make sure you do stuff and learn the skills and update yourself all the time.
And you can focus at the same time, isn't
Exactly.
it? When you're in this kind of network, you can work.
So this
carry
is
on
yes.
this.
I love I just love, because it's just stimulating, and when you hear of all the other projects going on, it kind of spurs you on as well.
Yes.
So it's motivating, and or everything that everybody said, I would just fully endorse that. I think it's just fantastic. And for me, I've got no excuse. I live around the corner.
Now we know.
Yeah. You're welcome. Anytime you come over, you're more than welcome. Yeah.
I think that's what I like about it as well. It's so flexible as well. Like you see people coming in and out because we allow it to be. You don't have to be here at 10 till 12. You have to be here every week. It's when you've got the time and you've got the availability. Sometimes you don't want to speak to people. So I like that it's every Wednesday, but it's whenever you can make it, which is quite good.
And you've got the critical mass
Yeah.
for it to happen.
Yeah,
for it
quite.
to work.
I think somebody at the start we were like messaging. Do you think anybody will turn up? And then like 10 people would turn up.
Yeah.
So and like we were saying this morning, it's the first time. There's not been a single time yet where we've not had a new person come. So it's ever growing as long as it can.
Yeah. Thank you very much. No, that's incredibly nice. I'm kind of trying to manage with my laptop now going on the other side of the board. So as you can see that the network is growing, and as Harvey and Zamzam both were saying that it's kind of getting quite popular. So
You're running away.
Of course.
Don't run.
so we have got now one.
Hi, everyone. My name is Susan.
Point.
And first of all, I would like to thank Zamzam and the rest of the team. This is amazing, and I feel honored to be here. I appreciate you all having me here. My company's, should I say, newlywed? It just got registered last week, and I'm now a registered charity. I will be working with sickle disease and thalassemia in Leicester community. I'm in touch with Royal Infirmary and Leicester De Montfort University, the researcher, and I'm looking forward to do my best to support the families and just to bring the community awareness as well with families going through these type of situations. But it's most of all is just to show love, because I believe love can can conquer everything. And where there's love, there's joy, there's peace, that's the only thing that can make us really strong. And it is my belief. I also run another charity, the same kind of thing in Uganda. We're working with children, almost 200 children already. It's quite overwhelming, and see the families go through something they don't really wish to have, but you have no choice. And can we run away from it? No, we can't. But we can just come together and give our support and kindness and love to them, and just to encourage them that it's okay. Such things exist. It's not that it's existing now. We found it here, and it will continue from generation to generation. But if we educate our communities, maybe between marriages, people will start to know more of what to do, not to have this type of situation into our families. But I think also you cannot limit people from marrying each other. It is where there's love, like I said earlier, it's something which can be unbreakable. So I'm here in this group to learn. I don't know anything, but something really, something strong within me tells me I can do it. And it is my passion to share my love with others. And so I hope to learn from you all and give me support and correct me where I am not doing right, because I need directions. And I'm being mentored by Zamzam. At some point we've stopped, but I'm hoping to continue because I do need to learn. I'm open to learn. I'm open to corrections. I'm open to everything. I want to explore the world with strong, great women like you guys. Thank you.
That's fantastic. So, it's interesting, but I kind of have got a question, because I know that last time we met here, and you were actually explaining that why did you start the sickle cell, the charity? Why did you establish that in Leicester? Because there was a gap, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Would you like to explain a little bit on that?
To be honest with you, I didn't even know that there was another group already, or organizations supporting the Leicester community within this area. I was just focusing more in Africa, in Uganda, because it's a lot of crisis down there. But then something just came to me like, oh, wait a minute, I live here. This is, do I really think about my community? Do I want to know what is going on as well in Leicester community? Can I also share the same love I'm sharing with Uganda? And yes, I then one day I just felt like, oh, can you ring the hospital, Royal Infirmary, and find out what is happening in there within the community? So they were kind of really surprised and very exciting um, to hear that I want to bring something like that. So then I got courage from there. That, oh, my community need this actually. And yeah, then I just put actually I spoke with Zamzam. I didn't know where to start, what to do. And then she's like, you can make the application for registration, and I'm sure everything will be okay. So I've got some two great men I'm working with. One of them is my church pastor, and yeah, they encourage me, and now registered charity, and I still don't know, like, okay, what can I do? But getting ideas of what to do and what their needs are. So the Royal Infirmary, they are guiding me as well. From the patients that I'm getting are coming from them. And Leicester, I've got Dr. Maria from Leicester de Montfort University. She's a researcher, and she's working with me hand to hand and providing me the education uh, things that I need so that I can actually um, create that awareness to people, let people know that, okay, this is what sickle cell is all about. And it's just something like that, things like that.
This is great, fantastic, and it's very inspirational as well. I think there are. It's not just you, like you were saying, that you don't have, you don't know much about it. You've started it, so you're exploring, and lots of other people are at that stage, particularly the students as well.
Yes.
And sometimes when they have graduated, or even just before graduating, when they're thinking about something, they just don't know where they're going to go in like next 5 years. So I think that that kind of uncertainty is always there, but it's very inspirational to kind of hear that although you have got that uncertainty, you have kept exploring, and you are actually planning ahead and everything, which I think is
Yeah,
fantastic,
yeah,
really. And it's
yeah,
also cross border, isn't it?
yeah. My sister has a son, and we don't know. It could be from the side of her ex-husband, and she was like, seeking for help all the time. And I just, the idea just popped in my head that, you cannot do this directly with her. And it all started with one child, and then went to five, and then to 80, then 100, and people started. So I did in a way that not for her to know that the support was coming from me. So I made sure that I contacted the church. So whichever support I was giving to the church, and then the church was taking it to her. And then she now started spreading the news to other families that, oh, this church is helping me. And then the church got to me that, oh, we are overwhelmed by people. What can we do? I'm like, okay, whichever donation I'm giving, it's from my pocket. So how can I do this? So I managed with five, but then I couldn't do it anymore. Then I'm like, okay, we can register it and see where we can get funds, because charity, it's not for one person. That's how what I believe. It's for everybody.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's
Wonderful.
just your kindness. And
So
yeah.
this is really great, yes, and I hope all the best for your future endeavors as well.
Yeah, by the way, the name of the company is Comfort Center Leicester.
Okay, so if people want to get in touch with you, are you on social media or you've got an email that you want to pass on to people? How can they connect with you?
Yes, we're on social media. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitter. We're on. Our office is just here on the Charles Street, 66th floor, which is just around the corner. And every Wednesday we do every month Wednesdays we do coffee morning, whereby the next one is next Wednesday from 11 to 2 p.m., where we just bring snacks, little snacks, and tea, coffee, cold drinks, things like that. So you are welcome as well to understand what.
Okay.
And people can join you.
People can join
and
me.
Of course,
Yes.
yes, of course, and learn more about the things that you're doing, but also if they have got something, any kind of expertise, that they can also bring it to you as well.
Yes.
As an offer to connect and network.
Yes.
And build.
We need ideas.
Yes.
Because we need more brain together.
Fantastic.
So that we can collect those ideas and bring them together, then make it, we can take something out of it.
It would be great if you would come and talk at the International Day of Peace. You'll get exposure worldwide.
Yeah,
Okay.
it will be good fun.
I'm in your hands.
You've got your slot.
So this is how the network is going on, as you can see. And then now we have got Bindu joining
Are
us.
you Lisa?
Again,
Are you
Sue,
Lisa?
and of course, who goes first? Would you like to talk first, Sue, about the work that you're doing, and then we come to
Can do.
Bindu?
I'm not. I hadn't quite realised this is this is part of the deal. That's cool. I'm not sure exactly what to talk about as such, because I was trying to think about it. But listen to everyone. It's been really beautiful to hear everyone's work. It's quite humbling. My name's Sue. I work in public health at Leicester City Council across the road while I work from home. I've got youth and community to work background. That's why I came to Leicester. But my work is specifically around diet-related ill health. But in public health, our work is very much about prevention. Well, I'm in the prevention team, which is preventing what is illnesses that can be preventable, non-communicable, they're called, ill health. And the work's very much understanding how inequalities affecting some communities, some people much more because of, opportunity, lack of opportunity, poor environment, poor support networks, all those other wider determinants of health. So public health is quite, I'm really happy to be in that environment because of the people's consciousness and thinking. And so all the time we are trying to improve. And that's the feeling I get from my team. We're doing work on leadership at the moment, but everyone's involved in it. And because I think that they know that they've got to broaden their thinking. We have got to broaden our thinking. If we're going to find better solutions to more complicated situations or complex situations, we need to be really open. So I think there's some of my colleagues would be really interested to come here actually as well. There's that'd be really nice. For example, there's a project at the moment which is around healthy champions, and it's working in communities or linking into communities to support knowledge and skills and identifying people who are really good connectors already in the community and can share and learn. And there's some that, and the other work is like make every contact count, which is very much about, contact important, and it can bring a health message, it can bring a message, or it might be something you need to receive. I mean, I believe that anyway. That's kind of my philosophy. So there's some really nice things I think public health could connect into. But my work as such is around food. It's around, we have a food plan in the city. It is about recognising that diet-related ill health and the food system needs to be addressed and improved to improve the health of the people. And that is, yes, so you're nodding nicely there. It's always nice to see you agree. And it's like, the thing is like, you know, I've been doing the job for 8 years, but I've been in the council for a long time, but doing a lot of different things. Community work's kind of my thing. And it's looking at things like the environmental impact of food, so and the health impact of food, and how important it is as an industry, and skills like, you know, the learning, sharing, developing, improving people's our community's knowledge of food. So that might be working schools, and it's quite complex. We've got a big plan, board, we're developing a network, so there's kind of, you know, there's lots to do to kind of evolve. But the reason I came to this meeting was actually to do with a conversation we had, Andrani, didn't we, about we've done a peace education, and I used to teach women's self-defense like about a long time ago, and it stopped when my son was born. And I actually did start my own business actually, but it was quite tricky to maintain and manage and actually be you know, and I do a lot of work around energy medicine. It's one of my absolute passions, and it's interesting, so nice to hear people talk here, because I've been thinking I want to do some more training. I know I've got different skills to bring, and it's lovely to hear about people starting their own businesses and being brave, and listening to that and support. So that's kind of giving me some good thinking, because I want to develop. And when we talked about energy, well, we talked about Qigong, we talked about resilience and work that we did, and it really took me back with young people. It took me back to when I did do work around women's self-defense, or we called it women's safety training and women and girls safety training. I called it in the end. Self-defense is a little bit narrow, and it was very much around confidence building, and I worked with a lot of young people, and I was amazed how good it was. And I think it's probably still a gap. There's a gap at that time, and I don't think it's well addressed, you know, especially for young women, as in the new environments we're in, social media, for example, you know. So yeah, and my man here, we talked about we talked about Qigong, and I'm going to bring him right in because he's like, but we talked about energy work, understanding. You're not going to know what to say now, are you? You and Johnny would say.
So I can see a little Buddha there. That can be a starting point.
Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? Live and direct. My name's Andre. I've been practicing Ki Aikido for 12 years in Coventry. And it's the headquarters of England. My sensei's chief instructor. Put it in context, got O Sensei, guy that invented it, his best student, his apprentice, my sensei, moi. So the lineage is quite deep and whatnot. It's the art of peace. We deal with like meditation, philosophy, kiatsu, similar to shiatsu. The cherry on top, liquid cherry on top, is the art. And the best bit I like about it is the key part, which I could demonstrate now, but I need an assistant. I need something to try it with. You. The best way to learn is to feel. I'm not going to hurt you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm not going to hurt you at all. It's a mind thing. So, Yeah. So I'm not going to hurt you, right?
No.
Right. So basically, if I say the colour blue, right, it's not think blue sky, blue sea, or blue note, right? Mind moves body. Oh yeah, but mind reflects in body and whatnot. So we're going to do a key test.
Okay.
Right, relax.
Okay.
Not going to hurt you, right? All right? Right. Stand there. Turn that way. Right. Relax. Shake
my hand.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
a bit nerve-wracking.
Okay.
Simple key test, yeah? Right. Look ahead. I'm not here. Don't move. Whatever happens, don't move. I'm not going to hurt you, right? Believe me, yeah?
Okay.
Well, I'm going to embarrass you. Right, it's not that point. But don't move.
Okay.
Right, good. Perfect. Right, this time, got to put your hands out. So, over your fingers. With your head. Fingers out. Yeah. Water's coming out your hands. Yeah, water. Yeah? You see it, yeah? You feel it, yeah? Right, open your fingers up. Really stretch your fingers open. Yeah? That's it. Keep it. Good. Oh yeah, open your hands up. Like a starfish. That's better. Good, don't move. Right, good. Right, this time now, put your arms down, but keep thinking that. Look ahead. Not here. Keep thinking ahead.
Okay, you want me to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, keep thinking that. Keep thinking that.
Yeah.
Right, let's start again. You lost it now. Right, up again. Arms up again.
Again?
Again, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Look ahead.
Okay.
Forget everybody here.
Okay.
Forget me. Right. Open your fingers. Water's coming out your hands. Open your legs a little bit. Starfish. Your stance. Your leg. Open your legs a little bit. That's it. A bit wider. Good. See a bit of it. Yeah. Arms out. Don't move. Look ahead. That's it. No, feet down.
Confusing me.
Yeah, no, keep feet down. Yes, that's it. That's it. Good. Good. Arms down. Good. Keep thinking that. Keep thinking that. Look at me.
Just keep yourself what he is asking me to
look
do.
there. See that guy there?
Okay.
And see past that guy?
Yeah.
You keep seeing past there.
Okay.
Right.
Feet on the ground.
Keep feeling that. But open your stance a little bit. That's it. Like a starfish. What are you looking at? Look. Don't laugh. Good shake. Yeah, good. Good. Keep your foot down. Ankle down. That's it. Whatever happens. Yeah. Push it quite hard, no?
Yeah.
Right. Arms down. Look ahead. Don't look. Don't change nothing.
Okay.
Don't change nothing. Don't change. Foot down. Feel the difference? No, yeah, I'm pushing you a little bit. You're losing it. Right. Let's start again. Shake.
I don't want to explain what key is then.
Yeah. Unexplainable.
Well, I know, but
it's unexplainable.
Yeah. You can get it.
It's unexplainable.
Yeah.
A fish is in water.
Yeah.
Doesn't know it's in water.
Yeah, it's just feeling from inside that
You know
we
what I mean,
feel
eh?
that we have a feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, it's mine. Yeah, China's got chi, Japanese got ki. Very conceptual. Right. We're gonna get this.
I haven't seen this before.
No, you're gonna get this. Right. Another one. Another key test. This is easy. You smash this one.
With me again?
Yeah, you.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm picking you. Don't get confused. Right, I'm not gonna hurt you, right?
I think.
Trust me, I'm not gonna hurt you.
Okay.
Right, but it's physical. Yeah, but people think you do something like, but you're not.
Yeah, but it's all gentle. I did this.
But
Yeah.
I'm still seeing it now.
I haven't seen this before,
Right.
so I'm very confused.
All right, next one then. We'll think for you. Because you know some of it now, you see.
It doesn't matter, does it? Because I can't remember.
Yeah. Yeah, come.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Come.
Yeah, I'm you know, take like that. I'm letting myself in for something.
Never have seen this. Very first time this
Right.
light speed.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah. Very
What's
first
your
time
name?
I
2 minutes.
2 minutes, okay. 2
Right,
minutes is
we're
fine.
gonna do quite a physical one.
Oh wow. Oh, now
Right.
you're telling me.
Yeah. Right, come on. Come here. Come back. Walk back. No, walk back. Towards me. Yeah. Good. Right. It's a good shot. Right. See that person there?
Oh, yeah, inside there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go.
Sorry?
Walk towards them.
Walk towards them.
Yeah. Right. Not holding hard, but she can't do it. Right.
Yeah.
This time. Right. As soon as I take a step forward. Yes, perfect. Put your arms out like that. Like this. A bit forward.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we give it to you, yeah? Like this, yeah?
Good. And then walk. As soon as I grab you.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay,
Arms down.
Okay.
Relax. Relax, you're stiff. Feel you're stiff. Yeah. It's about being relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
Right. As soon as I grab you. Right, arms out, forward.
Arms out.
Yeah,
forward,
go.
Yeah.
Go. What moment?
Keep going.
Look at you. Feel it. What's that here? Right, go. You guys joking, weren't you? This is why I'll jump harder. You're laughing, eh? It's something very conceptual. She can feel it, but you can't see it.
Okay.
Right. Another one.
Okay,
Another
this
one.
is the last one, right?
This last one. This is the last one.
Okay.
This is the last one.
Okay.
How heavy are you? How heavy are you?
How
because
heavy?
I haven't done
You
this.
tell
I
me
haven't
how
seen
you
this.
guess.
I don't know
10
what
stone.
it's asking me
10
to do.
stone.
Yeah.
Very new experience.
No, I hope
Very
not.
first
Okay,
time.
9 stone. That's even better. It's better for me.
Yeah, something like that.
What he was asking me. I was confused.
It's off camera.
Completely
It's towards
confused
me.
what to do with this. Yeah.
Right.
If I have
Do
seen any
not
time, then
let
we know
me
we have
lift
some
you
ideas,
up.
but I don't.
Oh, wow. No, please.
No, it doesn't hurt.
Oh, wow.
It's physical.
Please don't lift me up.
Yes.
You're passive,
I
but
don't know. I'm quite easy. I mean, even my children want to lift me up. I don't know how, but
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know, children, I'm sure she wants to lift you up. Does she say she wants to lift you up?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I think I'm
Sure?
quite easy to. Please don't lift me up.
you sure?
Yeah,
sure?
Yeah, definitely.
It's a key test.
It's
Won't hurt.
starting before martial arts.
I don't want to be picked up.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
I'll
I
do
promise.
that.
No,
I promise.
I'm not going to pick it up.
Alright. Right,
They're
basically, right,
quite amazing, but nevertheless, I'd rather
Right.
not pick it up.
right, basically, right, pass the test.
Yeah,
As soon as somebody goes to pick you up,
yeah,
you got up on your toes.
right.
Oh, so
Don't
that's-
let
that's
these
the
come
reason
up.
I was
Right,
keep
right,
asking
right.
you.
Yeah.
Wow, that's the interesting one.
Yeah. Right, I'm telling you the answer now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Right, as soon as I get that,
Yeah,
up on your toes,
up on your toes.
and don't let
and
these come
shoulders
up.
down.
Shoulders down. Look straight through me.
Is
Yeah.
this a kind of a self-defense technique?
No, just keep it's mind technique.
Yeah.
Ready?
Hold on, let me think now.
Right, up on
Toes
your
up,
toes.
shoulders down.
As soon as I go like that,
Yeah,
up on your toes,
yeah. Okay.
keep shoulders out. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
I can feel it. Ready? Yeah, ready?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Right.
Yeah.
This time.
Yeah. Oh no, this was the last one.
Yeah, no, but you got for the difference though. Pass the test.
Okay.
This time.
Yeah.
Right.
I got the t-shirt. For once, I got the t-shirt.
Yeah. This time.
Yeah.
Try and go down or whatever. Yeah. Do the opposite.
Oh, right. So shoulders. Are you saying shoulders up?
This is that shows up though. Yeah.
Right.
And try and go down.
And the legs stay down. Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Do the
Okay.
opposite.
Do the opposite. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
Ready?
Yep.
Oops, ready? You ready? I'm trying my best.
Yeah. Oh
Big difference. Yeah.
wow!
Mind.
Oh my god!
How you perceive things.
Gosh.
Most people think like run away from stuff, but
Gosh.
actually, the closer you are, you go to it, directed towards it, do less damage.
Wow,
do it with
that
it.
was amazing.
Well done. And that's what I learned.
Yes.
That's a key test.
Yeah.
You're going to develop your knowledge and teaching, aren't you? That's
Correct.
we thought about that.
Yeah, and share it and share the love, because it's a very powerful thing.
Wow.
You dig? You dig?
I won't forget
That's what I
that.
No.
Fantastic.
Wow.
And I think that this is something that can go into this resilience building as well. Isn't
The
it?
what?
The resilience building.
Ah.
So it's more about like how you think. So say for example, you come across a hurdle, but you have to overcome that hurdle.
Yeah.
You know, so this is more about you are keeping your brain active. More living in the consciousness rather than floating away from the scene.
Yeah, just go
Yeah.
towards it. Like, a simple. We've got a thing called key in daily life. First example: as soon as you wake up, I got work. I got to do this. I got to do that. I don't want to get out of bed. Well, don't get out of bed then. Stay there. You know what I mean? But eventually, you got to get out of bed. If you don't get out of bed, you don't get paid. That thing doesn't get done. More consequences. So the first thing you got to do, get out of bed straight away. Bam. Just get out, do it. Just change that thought. You won't do it. No avoiding it. Like you said, like, you know, you got responsibilities for your company or whatnot. You don't want to do it. Oh man, I don't want to do this, man. But if you don't, you got to pay the consequences. So you might as well get on with it and do it. You dig?
How do you
Yeah.
act?
Yeah, correct. How you act. Okay, parking ticket. You lose your temper for a bit, but just get it back quick time.
Fantastic. This is
Yeah.
really great.
Yeah.
And I think there is a lot that we can actually do with the children there as well.
Yeah.
You know, of course, I mean, not at a high level, but gradually we can make them progress, because
Yeah.
I don't think that there is much in school curriculum here yet.
No.
No, they have been picking up on karates and taijus and all of that.
Yeah.
But this one is quite new. So there is an opportunity that we can talk and we can have like sessions that children can come out and experiment with themselves on the thing.
I mean, I love it so much. My sense, like, it's been a massive help in my general everyday life. I'm learning from the best. You know, there's no joke. I'm just pure luck.
I can see that.
You know, in my sense,
it's very powerful. You know, that's why I say that. You know, when you're actually communicating with a person, if you look here and there, it doesn't go well. No. If you look straight in the eyes, it kind of nails it down, and people can get it as well. So it's more about that connection that we're trying to make. Yeah. Fantastic.
They've got the healing.
It's really great. It's
healing. Depression. Working with doing therapy with your partner's body. You know, it's not a cure. It's a therapy. And cherry on top, you're in the bar. Someone gets, you know, you got a chance, and that chance is very powerful to defend yourself.
Fantastic. Yes. Yeah. We can build into that self-defense part as well. You know, I can see it now. Yeah, definitely. So we are now moving on to Bindu here, and she's going to talk about the interesting stuff she has been doing, and she will be starting some workshops as well very soon. But let's hear it out from Bindu. So, would you like to introduce yourself a little bit first?
Hi, my name is Bindu, and I'm working as a cooking and craft tutor. I'm radio presenter at EVA FM, and looking forward for my own classes and working with the children as well. And I'm looking forward for the project with the children, middle age or adult, those who are just staying at home doing nothing, or those who are alone and they want to do some activities. I'm looking forward for that project as well. So especially for me, like Shu said, that food, I'm very interested with the food, and I love to explore food, not only specific only in a Leicester. I want to go different place, how they are cooking, what the ingredients they are using, and what is the benefits of the ingredients. You know, the food, especially when we are cooking, is not only food that we are consuming in our tummy and we are just making our body healthy. It is helpful for all our organs as well. Food is a medicine, and our generation by generation, our all mom, dad, grandma, they all says that best medical store is our kitchen. We have got everything there, and whatever you have, the home remedy is the best than allopathy or Ayurvedic or anything that you go. But before we start with the other medicine, first go with your kitchen. And it always 100% helping me out, to be honest. And touch wood, it's my best luck that I haven't been to the GP. Yeah, only once, like last year's. I think no, last year. This year, starting of this year, I've got a hair back pain in the center of that, and that is something needle like pinching me. And only that time I have to go. But luckily, touch wood, cross finger, everything is just gone out, and I'm fit and fine. I don't have to go for the medication. I'm not taking any medicine. I'm fit and fine. So all this is blessed with my food. So yeah, obviously, and presentation with the food is, again, it's important. When we are presenting food, people are not straight eating it. First, they are looking it. They're eating from eye. Then they're eating from nose with the smell, and then they're consuming with the mouth. So this is a 3 steps that we are having while using our food. So this is one subject with the food. If moving to the craft, we have got lots of stuff at home that we are just throwing it out. But rather than throwing it out, why not use it with a perfect making a small project or art or craft activities with the children or with your child, whether they're grown up or they're young. You can do some activities, you can ask them, then you can move with the activities, whatever we are throwing it out, we can make it, and rather than keeping in a bin for the recycle, we can make a small decorative tabletop decoration. So yes, and radio presentation. It's again, this is my hobby as well. Since childhood, when I was listening radio, and I was just thinking, I was thinking that how their voice is coming out from the radio. And I was asking my granddad, I want to go in this radio and I want to speak here. So can I go into this radio directly? Then my dad said that we have to go far away from our town. It's not just nearby. And just it was my dream, and luckily that God has helped me here to make my dream true. So I'm working with the radio presenting. I'm writing some poems, quotes that I love to write, and that all I'm presenting. The script that I'm preparing, everything that is my own script, and I love to do this. And thank you so much to Zamzam and Harvi to create such a lovely Wednesday Women's Club and meeting lots of fantastic ladies. And I'm so happy to have all ladies here. You all are very helpful, very kind, very supportive, and I'm very happy to join this group. And thank you, Indrani, for bringing this wonderful project to us. Thank you so much.
No problem at all. Fantastic. I think your work is beautiful, and we have been talking to some of the libraries and see if we can have these sessions. But of course, we will be looking for some funding to kind of take this forward, and let's plan on that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. One more thing that I have forgot to mention, that I'm working with the Shama Women Center at the present as a cooking and craft tutor. So that is sessions every Wednesday and Thursday. So now from this year we are starting only from the Thursday. So I'm collaborating both this session from with one day. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, I'm going to come to your
Most welcome.
and,
Most
yeah,
welcome.
and because we
Looking
are,
forward to see you
yeah,
there.
the
Yeah.
libraries and the community centres are trying to. So I know someone
Yes.
to link to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bindu's
Please do
also
come.
going to be doing a session for us as a working Wednesday. So you know how you said you wanted your team to come? It might be a good
Oh yeah.
because then she's going to be doing some cooking with us, and then your team can come in as well and speak about what they do.
Yeah. Super.
Yeah, I think it will link in quite well.
Thank you.
And hopefully Bindu will be doing a little session on the boat next week.
I'm not sure about, because first I want to know about the time.
We can work that out. Are you able to join us on Tuesday at the East West Centre?
East
Just
West
with the
Centre,
older
I know
people-
that. Yeah,
people who
I
have
know that. Yeah.
Dementia and kind of thing, doing a workshop.
Yeah, literally Leicestershire Centre, Children's Centre, Community Centre, that I all know because I have often visit
Yeah.
them
Yeah.
every time, every
So
day.
if you're able to join us, that would be great. I'll talk to you.
Sure, definitely.
Fantastic. So, moving on from Bindu to Amrit, who has just joined us.
I'm so sorry.
Okay. No, no need to
Wednesdays
be
is just
sorry.
one of
It's
those days.
It's an open sort of
I'm
timing,
loving
isn't
the
it?
lights.
And we just do it. But thanks for joining. And there we go. So, what we're doing is we're kind of trying to understand what you're doing, what people are doing, and how they are contributing to Leicester to make Leicester a unique place.
I'll try and keep it not too long then, yeah? Is that close enough?
That's good.
Hi, my name's Amreen. I'm based in Leicester. I'm a community worker, but professionally, I'm a life coach, a health and wellbeing, emotional mastery coach, and a Writing to Heal coach as well. So I work with all things therapy, holistic living, but more about working with our emotions and how everything else affects our day to day. So I've been on my own personal journey for a number of years. I recently, in the last 2 years during COVID, completed my psychology degree, my counselling degree. I have then completed my NLP, and so I'm a practitioner. I can actually train other people. So yeah, a lot of work, busy working what I do, but I absolutely love what I do. About 8 years ago, I was in the corporate world. I decided to leave the corporate world because it wasn't fulfilling what I needed to fulfill. And I'm also a part-time carer for my father as well. So at the moment, I just had a coaching session with one of my coaches. And for me, it's trying to balance work-life balance with my passion, which is helping and healing women and healing our communities. So that's where I'm at right now. I love kind of working Wednesdays. I think it's a brilliant initiative. I'm also a radio host. I do radio throughout Leicestershire, different community projects. So yeah, anything that's about health and well-being, being to our natural state, and I'm all about empowering women to connect to their feminine energy. That's my main focus, because I truly believe that as a society, if we are true to our innate nature, as Mother Nature created, I think we'll be far better, happier, balanced beings, and what we put out to the world. There's a lot of unhealed trauma, and because we are hurting, we are also hurting a lot of other people, including our men, our children, our boys, our brothers. So I'm all about working with the community and how we can do it from a holistic approach. And I love cooking, I love traveling, I'm a poet, I'm a writer. I'm working on some book collaborations. So yeah, and I do open mic nights. I do poetry events. So yeah, I'm all about community and empowering myself first in order to empower the community that I'm here to serve, and hopefully some beautiful things have already come and more will come. So yeah, thank you very much for this opportunity.
Wonderful. And also, if people want to get in touch with you, they can follow you on Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram probably is the best, because my website is getting done right now. Hence why I just spoke to my business coach, and LinkedIn I'm not so great at. So I'm working on that as well. I keep getting told that. But yeah, Instagram is probably best, or my number. Yeah, just pick up the phone and speak to me. It's easier.
I know we've talked about this before, but we've now confirmed. You weren't here before.
Yeah.
16th of September.
Oh,
we're doing the International Day of Peace event.
Yes, I've been
we're
reading on
going
that.
to partner with a worldwide channel,
Yeah.
Peacecast TV, that will be broadcast
I
all
saw
over.
that. Brilliant.
Are you able to join us?
Yes, what time?
So it's 10 o'clock in the morning at the Montfort Uni. So it's a day event.
Okay, all day. 16th, right? Brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Yes, we'll definitely
another
be
person
there.
Sorted.
Yes, definitely we'll be there. Just tell me what you want me to do and what time I need to be there.
Poetry on peace, anything related to peace.
I can do like a writing workshop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And also talk
Actually,
in the morning you can do a
TEDx thing
poem,
about my experience.
A poem that you've written about peace that we heard.
Yeah.
Or anything else.
Yeah.
In the
Brilliant.
afternoon you can do a short workshop.
Brilliant.
If you want me to, I can do a yoga session.
So we will do.
Absolutely. So it's all planning,
things.
and as you can see that, as we go along, we plan and we make it happen, and of course, it's coming to the end of today's session. Has been a lovely session, and if you want to get in touch with any of them, all the links and their details will be on the description. If you go into that, you will find it there. And looking forward to meet you guys again in another interesting session. Until then, bye.
Not yet. I'm not all
Amazing. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Wasn't expecting that.